Hi, this is Jane from Golden House Tarot, and this reading is for Scorpio for July 2018. It's a general reading, so it won't apply to everybody, but I hope you find something in it for you and that you enjoy looking at these beautiful cards. We've drawn the King of Cups, Two of Wands and the Knave of Cups, the Eight of Swords, the Emperor and the Six of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Queen of Swords and the Knave of Swords. Now up front I'm going to say that there are a lot of strong energies here, a lot of people this month that are going to be influential and that are going to have a lot of say in what happens. The energy surrounding the month is one of decision making. And it's really that whatever the decision you're making at the moment, and it can be a decision really around any aspect of your life, I'm saying that you're leaning towards, what your heart wants and not what your head wants. You're receiving encouragement from people to, follow your dream, to do what it is that you really have a passion for and feel for. But you're balancing that, because what you're doing is you're questioning whether that is enough to make the right decision. The Two of Wands says to me is that you're planning your future, you're looking at a vision for the future. Two of Wands often also relates to real estate, so it may be around where you're going to live or work, or moving where you live, and that you're in a position where you have to move where you work or where you're living, and you're very drawn emotionally to something. So you know what your heart wants, whether that's going to be available to you and whether you need to be more practical and start to balance that with what your head's saying is another matter. Things are going to move fairly quickly. Once you make a decision, things are going to build their own momentum, and you are going to get some assistance. To me, the Six of Pentacles is a card that says what you give out, you get back. So if you've been a person that's helped lots of people in your time, or you're in a position of prosperity where you can help other people, then that's what you should do. But if you're in a position, and that's what you have done, if you're in a position where you need some help or need some advice or need, someone to give you a hands up, it's now time to ask for that as well. Because this is a karmic card, and it says when you've got plenty, you should share. When you need, you should ask. And so if you're in, you have to decide which of those positions you're in. But if you need help, it's there for you. The Emperor is overall is what he's to me, he's the head of the tarot. He's the person who makes the decisions and rules his kingdom. He's strong, he's achiever, but he can be very black and white. In our life, the Emperor can represent someone like a boss or a father figure, or somebody who thinks they know what's best for us. So if you have someone like that around, or if that is you, then it's time to ask some straightforward questions, because I feel here you're being driven by your heart, but instinctively that you need to get some practical information and to know that it's your head is going to participate in this decision making process. The help is there for you. The Emperor will not lead you astray. He'll be very opinionated, but what he tells you is his truth. Now you still get to make the decision, but it's usually good advice. Also, you've got the Lovers and the Queen of Swords here. The Lovers is about a partnership. So this decision might not involve just you. If it's a move in your job, it might impact on your family or your partner. If it's moving home, it might impact on the person that you share a home with, or you might be thinking of moving in with somebody else. So the decision is one that has to be a shared decision. You have to take other people's feelings and thoughts into consideration. At the same time, you have to make sure that you make very clear what your opinion is, because the Queen of Swords is an assertive character, and it means that you need to be really strong in your truth of what you want. It doesn't mean you can't compromise, although the Queen of Swords doesn't compromise, but to me the energy says, be really clear about what you want. It's no good later on saying, oh well, I should have told you this, or I should have said that. Just as if you're dealing with someone else, you want them to be really clear about what they want too, because we can often be kind, or we can be polite and not give the whole truth. The Queen of Swords says to make a really good decision about the move or the future or whatever the vision is, you need to be honest and you need to be assertive. And that's followed up and supported by the Knave of Swords. The Knave of Swords is a message of truth. And so what it's saying here is that by being honest, you will get a better outcome, even if sometimes the truth isn't always what people want to hear. Because there are a lot of cards here about truth. But there are also cards about caring and being aware of other people's feelings and making sure that we keep that into account. That doesn't mean that we can't tell the truth. It just means there are sensitive ways to come to that truth. And I think that that's very important. And this could be where the karmic card comes in, because if we're sensitive to other people's feelings, they're more likely to be, receptive to the way we feel about something. But because you've got this Emperor here in the middle, and you've got the Truth card there and the King of Cups, what I'm feeling is that the opportunity is there for this to work out really well for everybody. It might be a little difficult or awkward at times, but to me, you're going to resolve it positively for everybody. It's going to resolve itself in a win-win situation, and I think it's going to happen relatively quickly for you, which is, I think, a great thing. It's going to be a productive month, Scorpio. I hope you have a great July, and I hope to see you again next month.